Yay, peeps, how you all doing out there on the world wide wobbly marvellous? Sister Elle here with you for the full moon in Sagittarius reading. Hooray! Yes, I'd like to thank my Libra buddy, my Libra blood, for this beautiful two worlds photograph. Painting, should I say. How amazing is that? What an amazing birthday gift. Thank you very much for that. So that's keeping me company at this time, and also this beautiful blue jar. How amazing is that? Thank you very much. So the presents keep coming, even in Gemini season. I'm a late degree Taurian. Anyway, enough about me. And here we are with this fun moon for Sagittarius. So what does Sagittarius rule? Sagittarius is the third of the fire signs, the mutable of the signs, which means it's very flexible, sometimes indecisive, or can make last minute decisions. They're kind of like last minute decisions, actually. So we might be all feeling a fullness of that. And we can also see where we've come from when we had the new moon in Sagittarius around about the 7th of December, I would say. And we could see what plans that we initiated, then what large plans that we were aiming for, and have we hit our targets, or how many of our targets have we hit with our arrows. Also at this time, though, we do have Mars in Cancer still. These are the personal planets that surround us, and so that's making us be in touch with our feelings. So we'll have some very deep feelings, might have had a bit of frustration during these past few weeks. We've also now got, let me have a look, I think now Mercury is in Cancer as well. Let's have a look. So how's it been? Let's see. Yeah, so we have Mercury in Cancer and we have Venus in Gemini. So we currently have the Sun in Gemini, and this full moon will be with the moon being in opposition to Gemini, which is in Sagittarius, a fire sign, very fiery, very lively. And so this moon will be in Sagittarius. So let's read from Time Passages what the moon in Sagittarius brings. So the moon spends about 2.5 days in each sign. With the moon in Sagittarius, a joyful and exploratory emotional nature comes to the surface. Today, you and everyone around you will be feeling the need to wander and to be a free spirit. There's an impulsive and restless quality to your instincts, and you will likely try finding out if the grass is greener elsewhere. Exploring emotions is another major theme today, and you'll do this in many contexts. It is also possible that you will feel connected to your beliefs and opinions in a protective way. You might find a tendency to reach for these beliefs in an effort to feel safe. Your mood is not likely to keep you tied to domestic routines and responsibilities. In fact, you have an urge to escape them altogether. Idealistic and enthusiastic optimism is a hallmark of the day. Your instincts tell you that the glass is half full no matter what the situation, and this will help to push you forward as you reach for the highest heights, feeling that it's your birthright. That's right. So we have our courage and we have our passion in the emotional spheres of ourself, which is in the moon, that governs our emotions. And so Sagittarius is there giving us a bit of fire with our emotions and giving us a bit of will and drive to go forward. And as I was saying with Mars and Cancer, going back to that, and our feelings might feel stifled, or we might be a bit too emotional because it's Mars rules fire, well, he usually rules Aries and part Scorpio. Very driven, very fiery, very wanting to go pushing forward signs. And when it's in water, it's a little bit more delayed, and so the actions may feel like they're delayed at this time, even though we have this beautiful full moon here to help us, guide us on our way. Okay, what else have I written here? Or should I have a look at some of the other planets? Maybe I'll have a look at some of the other planets. Mercury in Cancer, we did that last time. Let's do Venus in Gemini. With Venus in Gemini, everyone's love nature becomes more curious, and there is a greater need for variety and mental stimulation, especially in romance, because Venus obviously rules our romance, our love, our what else does Venus rule? Yeah, our love, our beauty, things that we love. This is the wonderful time to write love letters. Ooh, great. Or to connect with someone on an intellectual level. Now more than ever, the brain becomes the largest erogenous zone. Excellent. It's also possible that folks are more fickle right now in financial and relationship matters, because Geminis are said to change their mind several times, being the sign of the twins and being in Venus, who loves love and beauty, but it wants it in a light way, not very heavy or grounded. And just to get a lot of mental stimulation, people will be turned on mentally, let's say, for the next few weeks. So that's Venus in Gemini. Okay, so let's have a look what else this moon will say. Oops. So it's at 25 degrees, the full moon. Full moon is when the sun and moon are in opposition to each other and speaking across the skies from each other. Okay, so this moon will have Jupiter involved with it, because Jupiter is in the sign of Sagittarius, the sign that it rules. And so it's going to be even more expansive. Even though Jupiter is in retrograde, we'll be probably thinking about the large plans that we've made and rethinking and putting in more details. And so this will be expanded, and we'll see how far we've come with our details of travel or movement or higher learning, because this is what Sagittarius is connected with. It's connected with higher learning and far distance travel, also languages. That's right. Okay, so this is the last full moon before we start having the eclipses and things become eclipsed out of our lives. So I'm sure we'll be getting ready for that in Cancer season. But for now, we're at the full moon of Sagittarius. Okay, so what else did I write? So when a full moon appears, we usually say that there's endings. We also have clearer pictures, a clearer picture of where we are within our lives right now. We gain a better understanding of the possibilities of life and how we can put them into action. We might have excessive plans right now, but this is all being funded by Jupiter, so we say hooray, because Jupiter's at home, so he's giving out prezzies left, right and centre. So our excessive plans may be coming to the fruition, and we can see where we've been with that. And like I was saying, we might have had a lot of stop-starts with the Saturn Pluto opposition there in Capricorn. And so we'll be still looking at travel and expanding our thoughts. We may be more emotional because it's the moon, so our emotions will be emphasized. Mars in Cancer will help us to deal with this. And with Saturn and Pluto, it's probably making us look at our past lives and dig them up, so we can return to the issues and make a choice of how we want to experience that situation that we find ourselves in or found ourselves in a couple of years ago. And we're now having a choice how we relive that experience, and we're trying to become a new self and a full self, a full new self. So change and transformation and becoming mutable will aid us in these qualities. Okay, let's see. So we might experience a range of emotions, and but we need to be flexible and try not to overdo and overstep boundaries, because we have a strong Saturn right now, and sure to put us in our place. However, I'm sure we can still enjoy the fun and the optimism of the Sagittarian time with this full moon. It's a good time to go out and see people maybe haven't seen for a little while and do a catch up, get to a fullness. Okay, so now I'm going to pull some cards for the signs, and I'm using Kyle Gray, Oracle Angel Prayers. There we go. The Archangel Michael on the front there. A little bit of light. Let's see what cards we have for this Sagittarius full moon. So I'm going to start with Aries at the beginning of the wheel. That's right. So Aries, you have the 9th house of this full moon. So you'll see some fruitions coming in with your travels or with higher learning purposes that you may have started a little while ago. You'll be able to see the fruition that's coming and what you've earned at this time. That's for you, Aries. Okay, in the 9th house. And I'm going to pick a card for you. And the card is Peace and Harmony, Archangel Raguel. Thank you, Raguel. for surrounding my life in harmonious light. Amazing. There you go. Let me see. There you go, Aries. Enjoy that 9th house of what you've learnt. And have a little bit of a celebration there. Taurus, you have the 8th house of other people's funds, other people's finances, other people's resources. And so there may be a culmination coming with that. And relying maybe more on your own resources. Okay, and the card that came for you is Trust Your Vibes. Thank you, angels. Today, let me see. Today, I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. There you go. It's for you, Taurians, there in the 8th house of other people's resources and how you use them. Trust your vibes with that. And see where a fruition comes with that for you. Okay, Gemini, you have the 7th house in opposition to this beautiful Sagittarius full moon. 7th house is one-to-one relationships, partnerships, and could be business ventures as well. And so you'll see a fruition for that. And the card for you is Trustworthy Friends. Thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. Amazing. That's for you there. Gemini in the 7th house of one-to-one relationships or friendships. Amazing. So you'll be coming to a culmination and know who these people are. Excellent. Cancer, you have the 6th house of health and well-being. And I would say balance of home and work life. And the card for you, so things will be coming to a fruition in there and you'll be getting more of a balance and more of a shine on where it is that you want to travel to in the future. And it says, count your blessings, Cancer. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. And the angel is making a list of gratitude. So it's great to say thank you for all that we've received in the fullness of this time. Think about what you were doing at the new moon of Sagittarius in the 6 months ago and how things have come to fruition. And the gratitude list must be amazing if we keep going forward with it. There you go, Cancer, 6th house. Leo, you have the 5th house of joys and pleasures. Maybe things that were once pleasurable may be coming to fruition and you're changing your mind on certain things that you enjoy. So there'll be an ending or a culmination in that area. And the card for you, Leo, the 5th house is Loved One in Heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close to me at this time. Amazing. There you go. You can get a feel of who may be sending their beautiful wishes to you and their love and their joy. That's for you, Leo, in the 5th house of fun, joys and children. Okay, Virgo, you have the 4th house of home and family and also the body. How do we look after our body? Maybe you'll see a culmination in an exercise program that you may have started some time ago. Okay, and so as you're coming to a fruition, as there's an ending, there's always a beginning. And it says new beginning for you, Virgo. Thank you, angels, for opening up the doors to change. I am ready. Excellent, Virgo, in the 4th house. So you may be coming to a culmination in how you look after your body or in the place that you reside. Maybe a change coming there and some new beginnings happening, awaiting after this full moon in Sagittarius in your 4th house there. Libra, you have the 3rd house of communications and neighbours and friends, okay? And the card for you, so there may be a culmination in how you meet with your neighbours and friends, and you may be finding new ways to do that. And your card is Earth Angel. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. Indeed you are there, a real angel. My Libra friends, so creative over here. There's beautiful pictures. An Earth Angel indeed. So you have a good time there in the 3rd house. Scorpio, you have the 2nd house of personal finances and also of values. What we value, what do we place value on? So there may be a culmination. You may be having a mutable time there, and light will be shone on areas that may need to be changed or have come to fruition. So it's something new will happen, and you have the second house, like I was saying, and it says honor your feelings. Thank you, Ariel, for supporting me to honor my emotions. There's Ariel there. Oops, she's had a little bit of a tough time. There you go. There you go. Honor your feelings. And indeed we do at this time of the full moon. There may be some very high feelings running at this time. It's good to dance them off. Okay, so that's for you, Scorpio, in the first house. Sagittarius, you get the first house of this full moon. So a fruition will definitely be clear in your life somewhere. And a change will be happening, and you'll be starting to start afresh with any new projects or anything that touches your heart. Okay, so you enjoy that fruition there, Sagittarius. And the card for you is you too have to count your blessings. And I think with Jupiter being in its home time, which is your sign, you must be having a fine time expanding all over the place. Okay, so count your blessings and give some gratitude. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. There you go, Sagittarius, with the full moon in your house right about now. It's going to be on Monday, actually, but Monday the 17th, but it's it's in Sagittarius now, the moon at the beginning edges. And this full moon will happen at the 25th degree. So we've got a good few days left. Okay, enjoy that, Sagittarius. Capricorn, you have the 12th house of dreams and intuition. You can tap into your intuition on any long-term plans that have come to fruition or timescales that you're planning further down the line. Okay, looks like 2 cards came out for you. There, Capricorn, doing a good job there with Pluto and Saturn in your sign, restructuring and reviving you. And you have the miracle of nature. Thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. That's your first card there. The miracle of nature. And the second card is spiritual gifts. Archangel Raziel. Thank you, Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and talents. Excellent. And that's exactly what Saturn and Pluto do. They shake it up so we can revitalize our talents, reinitiate them. Well done there, Capricorn, in the 12th house of dreams and intuition. Okay, Aquarius, you have the 11th house of groups and friends that we like to associate with. There might be a culmination coming there, or you may be just changing the way that you hang around with your groups or connect with them, as we should say. So that's for you there, Aquarius, in the 11th house, the house you know well. It's your own house, indeed. Okay, so let's see a card for you. Okay, and the card for you, Aquarius, is transformation. Thank you, Elle, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. Indeed. That's for you there, Aquarius, in the 11th house. Bit of transformation going on there. Transformation coming to a culmination, I would say, with this full moon. Okay, then we have Pisces. You have the 10th house of authority figures, or how you use your authority. So there'll be a culmination coming there, and change will be able to happen, transformation. And the card for you is the miracle of prayer. Or Pisces is said to be a very religious sign, and sign of 2 fish with the whole Christian story, right? So Pisces, you have the 10th house and how you use your authority. The miracle of prayer, Archangel... okay, I need my googs right now. Archangel Saldaphon. Thank you, Saldaphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. Oh, there you go, Pisces. Very highly spiritual time. The last sign on the zodiac wheel. See, you have a great time there in the 10th house. And the card for all of us on this beautiful, beautiful full moon in Sagittarius. Go on out, get out there. Get out there and have a bit of a dance, bit of a laugh, bit of a belly laugh, eh? Card for all of us. Let me see. Card for all of us for this beautiful full moon in Sagittarius, who learns by experience. And so we too have to take up that mantle at this time and say thank you. Okay, this is the card that needs to come. And it says, inner voice. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. There we go. This is how we trust ourselves. We learn to trust our experiences and know that only we can go through them. Trust the inner voice. This is the direction that it is heading you towards. One that would be so beneficial, and you might not be able to see it right now. But once you trust your voice, you know what is the right path to go. You will know, yeah? I think we all know. Okay, people, thank you for joining me at this wonderful time of this full moon in Sagittarius. And you all have a good one. Take care.